Everything about you uncommon. Peter Obi hits back at Akpabio. I know Akpabio was saying that he deals with common people, and when uncommon people talk, common people keep quiet. So I'm sure probably he was referring to Peter Obi and some other opposition party members who are not, aligned with him. And based on what he has said, Peter Obi has hit back on him and said everything about you uncommon. Let's get into the details to see what Peter Obi said in response to Akpabio's comment. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, Peter Obi, has responded to a recent comment made against him by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Akpabio had recently claimed that Peter Obi did not win the presidential election in Lagos and Ebonyi states, insisting the election was rigged in those places. He said INEC must explain to us how you, Tinubu, would lose the election in Lagos during the presidential election, and Lagos was your base. In fact, one of the other explanations INEC will make to you is how you will win all the federal houses in Ebonyi State, and we won the 3 Senate seats in Ebonyi State, and they said you didn't get 25%. Can you imagine? So, appearing on Parallel Fact, the former Anambra State governor was asked to react to the comment of Akpabio about his election, and Obi said he does not deal with uncommon people. Is that what Obi said? The Senate president is an uncommon person. Everything about him is uncommon. I don't deal with uncommon people. I deal with common people. When uncommon people talk, common people keep quiet. I won the election not just in Lagos and Ebonyi. I won the elections in Nigeria. If not for Nigeria being an uncommon place, we all know what happened will be said. That is it. So what he's saying here is that, Akpabio is uncommon, and everything about him is uncommon. Everything about Nigeria is uncommon. And that is it. And that is to say that everything about Akpabio is abnormal, and everything about Nigeria is abnormal. Because if Nigeria is to be a normal place, the way and manner they rigged the election in favor of Tinubu, they wouldn't have done that. The behavior of INEC during the past presidential election wouldn't have been. The behavior of the judiciary in sustaining Tinubu's election wouldn't have been. And the behavior of some APC supporters from the Southwest shouldn't have been. That is it. So if I am to translate or transcribe or whatever, transform what Peter Obi's response is, it means that for Akpabio to be uncommon means it's abnormal, and for Nigeria to be uncommon means Nigeria is also abnormal. Okay, so what he's saying is that he doesn't deal with uncommon people. Everything about Akpabio is uncommon. Everything uncommon. Nigeria is also uncommon, and so he doesn't deal with uncommon people. That is it. He deals with common people because the people suffering are common people. Okay, so the guy is full of wisdom anyway. He has a way of responding to things. Unfortunately, the way Nigeria is, only God knows when Nigeria will be liberated from the hand of the crop of politicians that have taken over Nigeria at this moment. We thought with Buhari's government we had seen it all, not knowing that it was just the beginning. What we are seeing now under Tinubu is the key thing now. We really don't know where we are heading with this present administration. I tell you, for somebody or some people to have a feeling that Buhari's government is far better and will remain far better than Tinubu's government, it means we are in for the worst. We are in for a long haul. And we can see what is happening. He has marked 10 billion naira to renovate Baja Bamila's house, his chief of staff. He also earmarked some billions to renovate the vice president residence. So if you look at all the big money, only God knows what has been put into the 2024 budget that Senate just passed without even screening it effectively. So Nigeria is in for a long haul, I must tell you the truth. All right, so there are a few comments here from a few individuals. Let's get a few comments. Someone said, God in heaven knows that Peter Obi won the election in 2023. That's fine. Obi is really a wise and brilliant man. People are happy with the way he responds to issues. He will not insult you, but he will say it in a way that only you will use your tongue to count your teeth. Uncommon person always cater for their stomach and families. Okay, only, but men with integrity take cares for their nations first. Okay. Question: do you think First question: do you think persons like Akpabio can turn Nigeria to a developed country? Mr. Take home millions, allowances, and SUVs for assessing bad roads, while the electorate should die with the roads. Because he approved SUVs for all the lawmakers in Senate and House of Rep just because Nigerians have bad roads. Can you imagine the way our lawmakers and politicians reason? Rather than doing something that will fix the road, he's giving people allowances to survive the bad road. You are giving your SUV to lawmakers who have the money, access to the government fund, public fund, to make the roads motorable. You are, rather than fixing the road, you are using the money that would have been used to fix the road, you are using it to buy SUV for lawmakers so that they can safely pass through the roads. What about the common people that are using the road every day? They should go and die, Abi. That is the kind of a Senate president we have. That is Akpabio for you. And that is what is uncommon about him. Okay? Because everything about him is abnormal. That is what it means. So Ghost like Akpabio is an uncommon treasury looter. Every time he's invited by the EFCC, he said to be in the hospital. That is it now. And right now that they have their boy as EFCC chairman, nothing is going to happen. Okay? That case is dead. Somebody say, some people don't know how to differentiate common and uncommon. That Obi is talking down to Akpabio. And so what? Will you keep quiet? Your problem is comprehension. Get a dictionary and check up the meaning of uncommon. Then you have the answer to your question. Exactly. He has been given the answer already. What is uncommon? What is uncommon is what is rarely found, which means it's abnormal. That is it. Peter Obi, when you were campaigning, we warned you, seeing that the Nigerian APC is an extension of the British oligarchy and the current American Biden's administration. They even foresaw your landslide victory. That was why they began to issue travel warnings against some Nigerian states ahead of the election with bombing threats because you are on an Igbo man. Somebody is talking now and from the Igbo point of view. A man who was governor for 8 years, senator for 4 years, minister for 4 years, presidential aspirant of APC, and now a Senate president is described as uncommon. The only thing we know about Peter Obi's political life is a former governor who became a presidential candidate of a movement who is uncommon. That is your own. The word uncommon is incomprehensible to these illiterates. Exactly. They know the truth, but they don't want to accept the truth because of their selfish interest. Okay, that is Nigeria for you. Somebody, even the devil has a fan. That is it. So I will not be surprised if all these wicked politicians have their own fans and supporters. Even the devil has fans. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.